Hello. I've only got 2 jokes, so let's get them out of the way, shall we? I used to be a brain surgeon, but I used to get confused with brains and cauliflowers. I turned one half of my patients into vegetables, and the other into a thinking man's garden. Joke number 2. If I had a penny for every nasal hair I've got up my nostrils, I'd be a millionaire by now, but it's unlikely I'd be able to breathe properly. Thank you. No more jokes. That's it. That's as good as it gets. Okay. Rest in peace, Bob Marley. He's still dead. Now, the thing is with Bob Marley is he was a prolific shagger. This is true. He had 11 children, but there was someone more prolific than Bob Marley at shagging. Do you know who that was?
Screaming Jay Hawkins.
Possibly, but not in this set, mate.
You ask.
It was Genghis Khan!
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the 12th century dictator from Outer Mongolia. He squired over 1,000 children. That means that 1 in 5 people in the entire world are in the Genghis Khan gene pool. Maybe even him. I know I am, because of the eyebrows. But not only that, today it's Genghis Khan's birthday. Yes, thank you. I'm going to celebrate it. And perhaps, maybe some of my brothers and sisters here tonight want to join in. It's up to you completely. Let's get the key. Ah! That was Genghis Khan. Happy birthday to you! Happy birthday to you! Happy birthday! You could join in if you want to. Happy birthday, dear Genghis, who I may or may not be related to. Obviously, none of the people here tonight. Happy birthday to you! Thank you for your energy. But let's remember, he was a cunt. That's why you didn't join in. I know. Now, you've all heard that phrase, you know, if you leave a monkey in a room with a typewriter long enough, it'll type out the entire works of William Shakespeare. Is this true? I don't know, but I'm the sort of person who wants to find out. So 12 years ago, I broke into London Zoo, and I left the typewriter in the chimpanzee enclosure. 2 days ago, I broke back in. They haven't caught me yet. And I've got the evidence. Here it is. Let's see if that's true or not. This is what they came up with. If you're reading what I put, you may be weeing on your foot. It's a very sexy couplet, but it's not Macbeth, is it? No, that's not true. So if anyone says that to you, you know now, don't you? Good. Now I know what you're all thinking. You're all thinking, what would happen if a pigeon flew in right now? You are thinking that, I know. How would we deal with this in a humane situation? Well, I know, because I'm not just a comedian, I'm a trained pigeon botherer also. What we do is we turn all the lights off, because the pigeon isn't very bright, and he thinks it's night time, and it automatically goes to sleep. Just goes plop, like that. There it is. There's the pigeon. That's where I come in. With my little orange bag, you take a jumper, and you place it on the pigeon like this, like a duvet. And you don't wake it up. Very carefully, very softly. You just take it back, put it back in the bag, like this. And I take it home with the rest of the pigeons that I live with. Yes. Okay, this is the new bit, so I might fuck up. Never have an argument with a Buddhist monk, because they're always right. I met this Buddhist monk, his name was Gary. He asked me how I was. I said, I'm stressed out, Gary, because I can't pay my rent. And he said, well, never mind. At least you've still got your health. And I said, but Gary, I haven't got my health. I've got a dodgy arm. And he says, well, at least it hasn't fallen off. And I says, well, no, I'm going to have it surgically removed tomorrow. It's riddled full of gangrene, Gary. And he said, well, at least you don't have a terminal illness. And I said, well, no, Gary, I have got a terminal illness. I've got cancer. I've got 3 months to live. He says, well, at least you're still alive. And I said, Gary, but I'm going to die. What if I was dead? What would you say then, Gary? And he said, well, at least you might come back as a pigeon. I said, well, but what if I come back as a worm, Gary? And what if the pigeon eats the worm? And he says, well, never mind that. The pigeon would poop out the shit after eating you, and you'd go back into the ecological world. You'd give something back to the universe. So, I just felt that big. Thank you, Gary. Sorry. You are right. But never mind, because it all panned out, because Gary got hit by a bus. And he died. And he came back as a piece of chewing gum. And he's stuck under that chair. Because that's where I'd put him. Yes. Okay. I've got...
Good night then.
Great night. I've got a dating joke, okay? I was on Tinder, and I matched with this really attractive, lovely woman called Toto, and there was her profile, and she was there with her chihuahua. She was beautiful, and we had things in common. She was a non-smoker. She liked long walks in the park, and she liked hairy men, and she was into casual sex. Fantastic! She was, obviously. Great stuff. So we arranged to meet up. And she came along to this restaurant and she was sitting there, but it was a nightmare because she was just so distant. She didn't listen to a word I said. She was just staring, and she had a chihuahua sitting on her lap. And after 15 minutes, I thought, fuck it, this is terrible. And then she went to the toilet and she left the chihuahua. And I was just sitting there, and he came up to me and it started humping my leg. And I tried to get it off, but it just growled at me like, Aah! So I just left it. I just let it do its business, okay? And it did do its business. It ruined my trousers. And then Toto came back from the ladies, and she just picked the dog up and went out. And I said, Toto, how can you do this? And she said, Toto, that's not my name. That's the name of the dog. I hooked the dog up when he feels randy. With random guys like you. I told you it was a Tinder nightmare, dog date. And ever since then I've been getting phone calls at 3 o'clock in the morning, and I just get these sort of panting noises. And I think it's Toto fucking with me. What can I do? Do I phone the police or the RSPCA? I don't know. That's a new joke. Thank you very much. Hang on. I've got one more thing to say. There's another phrase. How long have I got? A minute? 2 minutes? 3 minutes? 2 minutes. Okay, let's try this. I was sitting at home. There was a knock on the door. It's a TV detector man. I was watching Married at First Sight Australia, my favourite programme. I don't have a licence. I was panicking. Ooh. I turned the telly off. I didn't know what to do. So basically, you're not supposed to see that. Anyway, I didn't know what to do. I let him in. He couldn't get the TV. I took the remote control. I stuck it at my bottom. He came in. He couldn't turn the telly on. So I beat the man. Then he fucked off. Great. The only problem is I've not been in the toilet for over 10 weeks. The remote control is still stuck at my bottom now. Right, but with your help, maybe we can dislodge it. I'll go poo, 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 poo. Come on. Poo, 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 poo. I really want to go to the toilet. Poo, 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 poo. Ah! There it is! That's the remote control that you shouldn't have seen that. I should have planned that. It should have been more organised. The sweet smell of comedy. And lastly, that phrase. I'm not trying to teach you how to suck an egg. It's a ridiculous phrase. It's patronising. It makes no sense. We don't suck eggs. We fry eggs. We scramble eggs. This is how we eat eggs. So if anyone says that to you, you can tell them, no, I already know how to suck an egg. Because some weird northern guy's already shown me. This is an egg. It's not a magic trick. I'm going to suck it for you people. Because I love you. Here we go.